Now, there's a new product being launched at this year's Super Show that promises to revolutionise the way we manage RV sanitation in our caravans. It's called the iNDUS Wastewater Management System, and I'm joined by Ryan from Thetford. Ryan, this is an exciting product. Look, I would say that arguably we were well overdue for a revolution in this field. What can you tell us about the iNDUS wastewater system?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Max. It's a very exciting time at Thetford and with Avan as well. We're bringing something to the Australian market that no one in the country has ever seen before. It's been used over in Europe for a few years, but I think it's about time Australia got on board. So this is a new sanitation system that is convenient, hygienic, and just makes the whole discharging of your cassette a lot simpler. So this system basically uses your black tank, grey water tank, and freshwater tank, and you don't have to worry about dosing of the chemicals. And when it comes time to emptying it, it's all automatic.
Now, as I understand it, you can position the toilet anywhere in the caravan that you want to. It doesn't have to be on an outside wall as per tradition, with the cassette toilet. How does that work? Is that because you've got a separate black water tank?
Yeah, correct. So you don't have to have it on the outside wall. You could technically have it in the middle of your living room if you really wanted to. This toilet is designed that it comes with a separate black tank that can be at the end of the caravan and your toilet's at the front. So it's designed to give the manufacturer and the end user complete design of how their caravan ends up looking like.
And how does the grey water tank work in conjunction with the iNDUS wastewater system?
Yeah, so traditionally you've always had to have a fresh tank in your caravan to flush your toilet, where now iNDUS uses your grey water, so your shower, your basin, all that leftover water that's normally waste, that actually uses it now to flush your toilet. So instead of getting only a couple of days off grid, you're getting up to 5 to 7 days now.
And you're also saving your fresh water, aren't you, in your caravan? And fresh water is a very important commodity when you're out in the bush.
Correct, yeah. Fresh water is one of the things that run out first when you're off grid. So it can normally be your waste cassette or your fresh water that goes first, and that means you have to go back into town to refill. But now it's recycling your grey water. You're not having to use your fresh water to flush your toilet all the time.
Now, you mentioned earlier, Ryan, about the dosing of the chemicals. How does that work? Do we have like a separate dosing sort of modules so that, people don't have to remember to do it themselves? Is it automatic?
Yeah, so fully automatic. So there's a separate dosing unit which uses 3 chemicals throughout the whole process. Those 3 chemicals will last up to about 4 weeks. And the system's smart, so it'll actually identify how often you're using the toilet, how much grey water you're using, and it will automatically adjust the chemical dosage based on your usage.
How do we go with odours in the van? I mean, that is one of the issues, I guess, with a cassette toilet. You almost can't escape it. Does the iNDUS system address that in any way?
Yeah, definitely. So obviously, with a cassette toilet, it's a lot of the time quite open, where this in the system, it's fully sealed and built into the chassis. So it's actually under your floor, which helps seal the toilet off firstly. This is also a additive toilet, so the additives mask the smell as well.
So one thing I'm thinking, Ryan, is that if I'm, out in the bush, I might not be able to get to a suitable discharge point for the waste, but I might want to stay out there a little bit longer, another 5 days even. Do you guys provide a separate wastewater tank or a black water tank?
Yeah, we do. So historically, iNDUS, you get about 5 to 7 days from needing to empty. But if you do want to stay off for that extra few days, we have a spare holding tank which you can pump the system into, which gives you a few more days of sitting by the river enjoying yourself.
So when's this system available? I gather Avan has already taken it up. Are we going to start seeing it roll out to other manufacturers soon, do you think?
Yeah, so we've been working with Avan for the last couple of years. We've finally got one in the market, which will be launching at the Melbourne Super Show next week. And then hopefully with that rollout, we'll see other manufacturers get on board. But Avan will be the first manufacturer in all of Australia to have this system on board.
Ryan, what sort of toilet is it?
Yeah, so for iNDUS, we started to go away from the traditional cassette toilet and went with a macerator toilet. A macerator toilet makes things a lot easier when it comes to emptying through a discharge hose.
You spoke about the discharge hose. Paint a picture for me. Am I connecting this hose to the side of the caravan? Am I connecting it to the toilet itself?
Yeah, so the discharge hose is put into a little service door on the side of your caravan, which allows you to pull up straight to a dump site, unravel, push play, and it does the whole job for you.
Okay, so Ryan, I mean, everything these days has some sort of, Bluetooth or app functionality. What about the iNDUS system, and why might I want to use an app?
Yeah, ours definitely does come with a smart app. So this app basically will tell you how long you have off grid. So it'll basically analyze your usage and go, based on your current usage, your water supplies, you have another 5 days. When that starts getting to 1 to 2 days, it'll actually tell you where your closest discharge station is, which then allows you to plan your trip to go, oh, okay, I'm going through this town. There's a couple of discharge locations. Let's stop on the way so we can keep going.
It's the 21st century, Ryan. Apps, we use them for everything, apparently even now for our RV toilets. And mate, I'm absolutely here for it if it means a better experience for Australian caravanners. Nice and clean, it's hygienic. End of the day, why wouldn't you go for something like that over and above the more antiquated and arguably less hygienic cassette toilet? What's your stand at the Super Show?
Yeah, so we'll be at the Grand Pavilion site 421. So come down, ask any questions. We're happy to take you down to Avan and give you a tour of our new system.
Well, all the best with this product launch at the Super Show. I think it's going to go really well for you. I'll come down and I'll check it out for myself. All the best. We'll see you soon.
Beautiful. Thanks, Max.
Cheers.